çok olmuş Mustafa'a, special event, special translations, and probably yesterday President Trump was right, absolutely right, criticizing UN equipment. So let us now proceed with the statements of the distinguished participants of the summit. Let me once again remind about the time limit of 2 minutes. It is my pleasure to call upon His Excellency Mr. Željko Komšić, Chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Be fast. President Zelenskyy, colleagues, Head of States, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. President Zelenskyy, first of all, thank you for the invitation to participate in the 5th Summit of International Crimea Platform. As you noted in your letter, this is a symbolic year of 18th anniversary of the United Nations, but we should show that the United Nations is not a symbolic institution and that the Charter of the United Nations is not a symbolic document. It has never been more important as it now to show that we stand behind the elementary political achievements of the civilized society which the Charter of the United Nations has been representing for the past 8 decades. The International Crimea Platform is a platform based on multilateralism with the purpose to upholding the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, including Crimea and the city of Sevastopol. The Charter of the United Nations obliges us as a civilized societies to uphold these timeless, universal principles, as you rightly pointed out in the proposed declaration. Article 2 of the Charter clearly requires that the civilized states signatories to refrain from the threat or use or force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state or in any other manner inconsistent with the purpose of the United Nations, and to settle their international disputes by peaceful means. There cannot be fortune or blessing in taking away the land of other people, killing civilians, children, conducting ethnic cleansing or genocide for any political goal, national interest, or worse, for the business profit, anywhere in the world. I fully support the proposed declaration, which reaffirms that no territorial accusation resulting from the threat or use of force shall be recognized as legal across the world. Finally, coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina, which became a member of the United Nations despite the aggression, ethnic cleansing, and genocide we suffered, we reaffirm our commitment to the sovereignty, independence, unity, and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its international recognized borders, extending to its territorial waters. Never lose hope. Good will always prevail over the forces of evil and destruction. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And now I give the floor to His Excellency, Mr. Alar Karis, President of the Republic of Estonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, President Zelenskyy, for the invitation to this summit. This year marks 85 years since the World's Declaration, when the United States took a principled stand by refusing to recognize the Soviet occupation of 3 sovereign Baltic states. That steadfast commitment to international law and justice gave hope to my nation and reaffirmed that the principles that aggression cannot erase sovereignty. The same principle must guide us today, as Russia wages its brutal war of aggression against Ukraine, occupying 1/5 of its territory and continued the illegal annexion of Crimea. We must remain unwavering in non-recognition, just as the 3 Baltic states of the world once stood firm for the Baltic nations. We condemn systematic human rights violations by Russia against civilians, including the indigenous people, Crimean Tatars, who suffer the most under the occupation of Crimea and the war of aggression against Ukraine, and who resist oppression while standing for independent media and information. Russian appointed courts have already convicted over 50 people this year for acts that the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights assessed as constituting legitimate exercises of freedom of expression. Guided by the spirit of the United Nations, we welcome the adoption of the New York Declaration and renew our collective resolve to achieve a just and lasting peace in Ukraine and across the globe. As our former president, Leonard Merry, once said, freedom is not something that can be taken for granted. It must be defended, nourished, and shared. Today, your fight for freedom is also our fight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now I am pleased to welcome His Excellency Edgars Rinkēvičs, President of the Republic of Latvia.
Thank you very much,